Well, hello everyone, and a happy Wednesday to you all. William Stewart here of USA Darts, joined virtually by Sean Green of To The Point Streaming. And this is the CSC Challenger Series brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. Sean, we got a barn burner in Division 2 tonight.
Oh, yeah, buddy. I can't tell you how excited I am for this one this evening. Brandon Neal from Sundowner Bar, Omaha, Nebraska. We've already seen him on the stream once, but guess what? He's back because he was the best voted best dressed of our competitors that we had. I'm excited for you guys to see his interview because it is hilarious. And he is playing against Jacob Mott, who was a possible favorite heading into this. Made a deep run in Division One, held one of the highest averages at the time of playing. Um, we'll see what he can do. He ran through the loser side in Division One to make it to the finals, but you'll see that in his interview as well. Man, Will, I'm going to put you on the spot early because you've
Oh,
been
don't
right
do
3
it.
out of the last 3. What do you got tonight, buddy? Give me your prediction.
It's too early for a prediction. It's too early for a prediction, but we'll go right into it. I mean, I know our production guy in the background was kind of wanting it. We'll go ahead and go right into our player per player because we don't need to get into the bracket quite yet, but we'll do that. I'm honestly gonna go that Brandon Neal is playing well. He really played well versus Scott Hanish in that last match. Jacob Mott coming off an unfortunate loss, but I'm going to think that Jacob Mott's going to come out with the win here. I can't decide if it's going to be. I think it's going to be 6 games on for Brandon Neal, but that's an early prediction. That's very early prediction. You put me on the spot early. How dare you?
Hey, listen, I got to give a better chance of it being wrong, because it's starting to like hurt my soul that you're right all the time, and I have to hear about it every Monday and Wednesday. So
My
it's better that
goodness.
we just get it over with now. I'm excited because my prediction is Brandon Neal taking the victory 9-7 over Jacob Mott. Something about how young Jacob is and how sweet his throw is that just angers me. Um, he's only been
That
playing darts
must
for like
be it.
4 years. It's ridiculous.
Well, you can see the numbers there. We'll go over that here in detail a little bit as we go along the way. But let's go ahead and take a look at this bracket as it's Division 2 here on this Wednesday evening. As you can tell at the top of the bracket here, Brandon Neal getting to the losers bracket and unfortunately losing out to Brandon Westover. Brandon playing well in that match as it was Cody Drager coming out over Mark. And then
Citron?
we work our way down here. Is this going to be Tito Martinez coming out the victor over Steve McDowell, and then Dan Levine coming out over John Bundle? That was last week's match, and
Yep.
boy oh boy, that was a pretty interesting one as they were both in the same bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot about that. That's hilarious. At the top of the loser side, we got Scott Hanish, who we saw on the stream against Brandon Neal. He will take on John Bunnell. That match, I believe, is going on currently. It might be close to wrapping up. That is on Facebook Live. I believe Scott posted about that. Um, as you move down, Steve McDowell got a bye, so that's always a win. The winner of this match tonight will be taking on either Billy Meyer, who is from Wisconsin, or Mark Citrone, who I believe is from Michigan. If I'm wrong, let me know that. But he's playing for Motor City Darts or Amusements, so I just kind of figured that was probably the case.
Well, 1 in
Um,
50 chance you may be
hey,
right. Who knows?
woo, we'll see. And then, of course, we have Jacob Mott and Brandon Neal there at the bottom of this side of the bracket. Excited about this match. It's going to be a good one. Like I said, Scott won 9-5. I like how Scott put it
I watched it
in
all
third
myself.
person.
Well, good stuff. Well, we won't hesitate. Let's get into these interviews with these players, and we'll be right back.
My name is Brandon Neal. I'm playing out of Sundowner Bar in Omaha, Nebraska, and I am representing Nebraska Technical Services.
Fantastic. Well, Brandon, I appreciate you coming back on to interview with me again. I know we had a lot of fun watching your match, watching against Scott Hanish. That's right. What was your feelings going on when you were on stream there? What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it does wear on the nerves a little bit at first, but once you get settled in and get in the groove, then you tend to forget about it. You get kind of lost in the competition and the strategy of the cricket games. The biggest challenge for me was probably for the first hour. There were a lot of league matches going on really close to me, and so it was a little bit of a challenge maintaining focus with so many people so close to you while you're trying to focus on an objective. But I honestly think as I went back and watched it, I think it might have made me focus a little bit more into like kind of a hyper focus mode. So after I got used to it, we were off and cruising.
There we go. I mean, we were talking about it on stream as well, just seeing the number of players around you, which is also great because you had a lot of supporters watching along, but it was also a very crowded area for sure. So we were glad to see you persevere through that. Now, after that match, we had the Battle of the Brandons going on. You against Brandon Westover. What happened there? What was your mentality going into that, and what did you see?
So I didn't know what to expect out of him because I'm not really familiar with him. So I just tried to go in with the mentality that I was going to be playing a great player and had to give it everything. And man, he did not disappoint. He came out hot. And really never cooled off. I can't remember what the final was, but it was in that 9-5 to 9-7, somewhere in that range. And I was playing catch up the whole night. I couldn't get over that hump. He punished me at every turn. So it was a battle. He was a really good player.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, maybe I'm a little biased because he is one of my Florida players. Of course, I want to cheer for Brandon, but no matter what, if I was cheering for Brandon, I was going to be successful there. Now, your strategy there, because I know Brandon Westover in particular is definitely a heavy on the points. You play a little bit more of aggressive strategy. Do you kind of want to talk about like how you go into approaching strategy in cricket in general?
Yeah, I like to keep my opponent on their toes. I like to do unexpected things, and to be honest with you, it's more fun that way. I like to try different things, and I don't want them to know what to expect out of me. So I try different things, and I'm probably more of a feel player than I should be. But I like playing feel, what I'm feeling in the moment, and I'll just throw it, because if I feel like I'm going to hit it, I'm going to throw it. If I feel like it's going to throw my opponent off, I'm definitely going to throw it.
Now, going into your match for Division 2 on the stream, you're going against Jacob Mott. Now, we were talking prior to this tournament really getting going and saying Jacob Mott is one of our favorites as far as like seeing his performance in the previous CSC. He's actually one of the only players I commentated on prior to this runaround. What's your mentality? Are you familiar with the player? What's your relationship like with Jacob?
Well, honestly, Jacob and I are really good friends. We've partnered up for many events. We have traveled and played together. We partnered, all over the Midwest. So I'm really familiar with him. And everybody knows how good of a player he is. But I'm going to destroy him. I'll go first one game maybe. And that'll be the first game since I'll win the court. So, but then I'll let him go first every game after that.
So you're feeling real confident going into this, huh?
Yeah, I know that he's not going to be able to see this until after the match is over. So
you got a little bit of comfort knowing that you can talk right now, but definitely looking forward to seeing you back it up too, because you're definitely capable. I mean, we're looking at the average difference here, right? Like, you're going into this tournament as a 4-1 and a 34. Now he's a 4-3 and a 36, so it's a tight range. I mean, he does have the slight upper hand, but I love that confidence. And I know for a fact you're definitely a personality player. Mind you, probably the best dressed player in the tournament. One last thing I really want to talk to you about here was going to be for players that are just tuning into the stream for the first time, that might be new to the CSC and PvP in general. What advice do you have to give them when they watch these high-level players like yourself, when they're just starting out? Like, what advice do you give to someone that's kind of new to the game of darts?
Well, there are two things that I recommend. Number one is watch these streams, figure out what a good player looks like so that you have a goal to reach. That's how I started. I started watching the finale, when they started streaming them. I remember that's how I was exposed to Kyle Liddicky and Wes White and those players in Kansas City way back in the day when they first started playing. That kind of let me know, like, wow, okay, that's what I want to work toward. And then the second part of that is getting a practice routine and working on taking that and putting it into practice and start working on improving and getting to that level and having a good imagination that you're playing against those players, right, when you're practicing, and it'll put you into that mindset to where you can develop and be patient, because it seems so easy, but it takes a while. So patience is key.
I mean, that's fantastic, Brandon. And we are seriously looking forward to having you on stream again. So it's going to be live. Everyone's seeing this on the stream right now. I know you have plenty of fans that are cheering for you. You had plenty in chat last time. I'm sure we're going to see that again. And all I can wish you is the best of luck.
My name is Brandon Neal, and you are watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Yeah, I'm Jacob Mott. I play. We'll be playing at Backroads Lounge in Johnston, Iowa, which is a suburb of Des Moines. And my vendor is Games Are Biz.
Perfect. And what darts do you throw, Jacob?
RVB 80s.
Fantastic. Now, you played the CSC before. I remember back when I was a commentator, now just a professional button pusher and interviewer, that you were playing, and you did some serious work in the past CSC brackets. What was that like playing it in the past compared to playing it in the CSC now?
Well, everybody's super good, so you just can't. You just got to be on top of your game. In the past bracket, I did lose the first round and ran it all the way back to the finals. So, there was a lot of pressure to play good darts. So I know that I've done it before, so I know I can do it again.
And then looking at this CSC bracket, you had your first round match against John Bonnell, and unfortunately came out on the losing end of that. What was that match like? Can you talk about how your feelings were?
I was a little nervous, but he was played really, really well. I haven't had a high stakes match like that in a long while, so it was refreshing for him to come out and really put some pressure on me.
There we go. And then, jumping right in, you're playing Brandon Neal now, someone that you've played in tournaments together with before, and is, according to Brandon at least, good friends. I assume it's the same on your end.
Yeah.
What's your experience with Brandon like, and what's your mindset going into your match on the stream?
I've played with Brandon. I've played against Brandon. He only lives in Omaha, only a couple hours away. So, we've gone back and forth many times. So I'm comfortable playing with him. I'm comfortable playing against him. Hopefully, I can just settle in and play good darts.
There we go. And then, talking about playing good darts, you've only been playing for a few years now, because I remember when we were commentating over you were only playing for maybe 2 years at that point. So you're a newer player to this in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I picked up darts like late spring of 2018. So, but I've been playing sports all my life and played in a lot of bigger events. So I'm not shy to any competition. So
there we go. And speaking of not shy, you weren't shy the last time you played the CSC. You got all the way back to that finals, got a nice little prize pool from it. Let's say you get all the way through here and won the $2,500. What are you planning on doing with that?
Well, maybe I would take a little vacation, me and my family. That sounds be good.
Fantastic. And then, do you have anything you want to say for your fans, friends, family, anybody that's going to be watching on the stream?
I just hope that I can put on a good match. Me and Brandon should be good, so enjoy. My name's Jacob Mott, and you're watching the Cricket Single Challenge Series.
Alrighty, here we go as we take it on over to Jacob Mott's point of view at Backroads Lounge in Iowa, just outside of Des Moines. It's a little suburb, Johnston. Yeah,
Johnston, Iowa. Yep. Jacob Mott, like I said, he's going to be a tough one tonight. He's throwing the target RVB 80s. He's been playing for only 3 to 4 years, which infuriates me so much that he's this good. But that's all right. He has been in this spot before where he's lost in the first round. He just told us that. So that is going to be interesting here, as we are right here at Jacob's look there.
Ton. Yeah, a ton there.
Yep, and now it switches back over to Brandon Neal. Look at this, guys. Transitions galore, and look at that beautiful pink jersey.
Taking on over to Brandon Neal and Sundowners in Nebraska. Another league night there. He's got some crowd to watch him.
Oh, yeah, he mentioned it actually in his interview, too, that actually threw him off a touch to start off with, which we were actually commenting on how close those guys were throwing to him and stuff. But wishing all the league players at Sundowners all the best tonight. I hope they all win their matches.
Possibly got one going on here. Jacobs, too, next door.
Oh, absolutely. Gotta love it. I saw a guy throwing when I first looked at the camera feed on Jacobs. He was wearing like a nice snazzy button-down shirt. Something that like Nick DeShera would wear or something.
Starting off with a 5 mark for Jacob. Kind of digging having the youngster, as they call it. Just 4 years experience in my neck of the woods. Started out in 2017. He started out in 2018. Nice to see a newbie in the mix.
And boom, Brandon Neal fights back with a 7 mark. Let's run down what we're doing here tonight. Division II CSC Challenger Series, 2.5K for first place. That's at least what it still says on the bracket, so I'm going to go with it. It is all cricket, a race to 9, longer format than you're probably used to. If a opponent is down 2 or more more than 2 games, that player down 3 or more will continue to go first as a player advantage. And then we will actually take a short break after leg number 7. I'm excited for this matchup. Brandon Neal, already been on the stream once before. I love his rhythm that he uses. He waits till he's absolutely comfortable at that line, as you can see here currently, before he throws that third dart. It looks like Jacob might be more of a faster player, and I am sure that since Brandon knows him pretty well, that he's going to be looking to take advantage of that a little bit. Gives a little chest fist bump there as he walked back from the line. He's feeling good about the way he's thrown so far.
Yeah, you said it. Jacob doesn't mess around with the line. He goes right to it and takes care of business, as they say.
Yep, nice 3 mark there.
So far in this tournament, Brandon Neal coming out with a slight advantage with the 4.30 overall MPR with 44 7 marks and 4 9 marks over 2 matches in this event for Jacob.
I'm actually surprised he only has 4 9 marks.
Isn't that kind of a little surprising? Yeah, exactly.
With that average, that's insane.
Over for Jacob, it's a 4.23 marks per round, 15 7 marks, and 3 9 marks just playing that one match.
Yep. Yeah, I almost, if I am in this position that both these guys are in, I almost like being in Brandon's position with a whole bunch of people around, because it feels a little bit more like a normal tournament night instead of a remote tournament that he's playing. So he might be able to feed off that crowd a little bit more than Jacob would be able to. Although he does have a lot of people, looks like behind him, that he's talking to and that are there to support him as well. Speaking of a lot of people, guys, we appreciate all you tuning in with us this evening. My buddy John Mink is trying to watch his twinsy, and there's a 9 mark from his twinsy, Mr. Brandon Neal. Seth Shea joined us again from his one traffic light town in Indiana. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us again. Scott Hanish won his match tonight against John Bunnell. He told us that early on. A lot of fun stuff happening, man.
Unfortunately for John, as he exits this tournament after a big first round win over Jacob Mott, and then unfortunately losing his in the same bar to Dan Levine.
Yep. And
We
you can
got a
see Brandon's
doozy here.
Yeah, Brandon's averaging a 7 in this leg, and he is barely missing a dart and taking big steps back and refocusing on that third dart. Only a 2 mark there, though. Drops that average all the way down to a 6. Uh-oh.
Yeah, really taking his time with it. No rush at all.
I can't tell you how much I am jealous of Jacob's throw. It just looks nice and like easy going, smooth,
Effortless.
very effortless. It's like it almost looks like he's not trying, even though we know for a fact that he is. Sometimes it's hard to play people like that.
You gotta wonder what the background is if he played another sport or anything before taking up darts. When you only got that, so many years experience, 4 to be exact, it's kind of makes you wonder how it can be so technically accurate.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it obviously is a nice, easy transition for him with how simple his dart throw is.
Brandon coming out with a slight advantage here. It's only just 1 there for Mott.
Yep, Brandon is definitely in control of this first leg. He did get to go first in this leg, and he did make a prediction of 9-0, and this was going to be his only leg that he went first in. And actually, he did not go first in this leg. He went second. So he might never get to go first all night long based on his own prediction. That cracked me up so hard when he said that.
Sometimes confidence can be confident.
Well, he's definitely thrown with a lot of confidence. And he dresses with a lot of confidence, that's for sure, too.
Look at that. Coming out with the big 5 mark there, closing out the 18s. Gonna make it real, real tough on Jacob Mott right here.
There's a 7 mark from him. Something a little bit more that we were expecting throughout this evening, and what we will see a lot more of from Jacob Mott. As Scott takes his time to step up to that line. I like, again, it does not matter how your rhythm is in darts. As long as it's consistent, it's a great way to do it, and he is consistent with his rhythm. Is he going to stay there? He paused on it. I think he might go to points, but I'm not sure. Nope, he closes it out. Big dart there from Brandon Neal.
They can close out those 16s, so just leaving the 15s here. Can Mott do some damage?
He's not going to be happy after that first one. So I'm going to ask you a technical question with Jacob's throw, and I just want your honest opinion on it, Will. He throws really simple, really easy going, but that does not, it causes the dart to kind of float into the board a little bit more than kind of just straight in there with that like hard throw that you'll see a lot of players have, like Brandon. You can tell his dart flies in there with a little bit more speed. Do you think that that's affecting his consistency right now?
Not necessarily. It all kind of depends on how you throw your dart, per se, because I don't know if Jacob throws any steel tip at all, but I mean, those are 2 different throws, your steel tip and your soft tip. I mean, of course, your soft tip wants to be a little bit more aggressive than your steel tip, but it kind of depends on how you typically throw. And I mean, he's not throwing with a ton of aggression. It's like a smooth, easy throw, easy going. But yeah, it can definitely cause, a slight drop, if you just give it that little less form.
Yeah, it just, for some reason, it just looks like he's hitting a lot of his flights, and it's just kicking it out just a touch. It's not much, but just a little bit on there. As he gets 2 bowls here, Brandon in the driver's seat to take control of this first leg. He already is in control, but to actually end it, there it is. A nice 4.55 from Brandon Neal to start off this match. Jacob with only a 3.55, and Brandon's prediction is correct so far. We'll see if it continues that way.
Something to when you kind of analyze things just a little bit more when you're talking about ricochets off flights, if you notice, he's throwing it looks like a standard flight here. So maybe he could benefit from a slight move to a shape and or a kite. Maybe
there
that
you
could
go.
be a little advantage for him if you wanted to. So something to keep in mind if you're wanting to speed things up a little bit more. That is a good way to do that.
Yep, it does. It takes away a little bit of the loop of the throw. The smaller the flight that you put on there. Look at this.
Big marks here.
Oh, a great 7 mark there from Brandon Neal to start off this leg. I'm actually a little bit surprised he didn't jump up at the 20s, try and steal those on that third dart. I do love the insight that he gave us that his strategy is to be unpredictable. I think that he definitely showed that in his first match on the stream. And I love that kind of aggressive mentality that he plays with.
Yeah, you saw him making some aggressive moves against Scott Hanish.
And I think that was the difference.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to do the same thing here in this match.
Well, this is his first shot at doing so, and he does it. Look at that. Right on cue, buddy.
Right on cue, right up to the 20s, closes those out like it's no big deal.
Jacob comes back with a 4 mark on the 17s. As we get back over to Brandon's view here. He did not take Paul's advice. He is still wearing that white belt this week, looks like.
He's a white belt wearer. I think he always fashionably wears that white belt.
I love it.
He's a man of. I really wonder if we have him on the stream again. I gotta have Nick ask him if he's a superstitious kind of guy, or maybe his wife can tell us in the chat. I notice she's in here.
Oh, look at that 9 mark from Jacob Mott at that right time. And boom goes the dynamite there for Jacob Mott. It only took leg 2 for me to get that going.
So raises that to number 4 on the tournament.
And we've already seen one from Brandon as well with quite a few 7 marks too. This is the level of play we're going to get tonight, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. If you're on Twitch, I don't know how you would share that, but do that anyway. Facebook Live, share this bad boy, guys. Let's get all the people we can watching this bad boy. Couple of great players. Johnston, Iowa. Hopefully they're in the house. Sundowner Bar in Omaha. I know that they're in the house. Gotta love it. Oh, look at that. Stephanie says, yes, ask him about the time he forgot to pack it.
I figured he may be a superstitious kind of guy. Just kind of the attire, kind of always dressing fancy, always dressing kind of nice, has that look good, play good feel to him. So, yeah, I figured he might have a couple superstitions.
Oh, you love to see it. He tried to go up and steal that 18 on the second dart, missed it, went right back down, and just, hey, let's just get more points on those 17s. So we got ourselves a little battle here, a 5 average battle between these two. As we see Jacob Mott raise his game a little bit in this leg. Brandon, average-wise, at this point, is probably a little bit less than he was in the last leg, but if you're going to throw a 5, you're going to be fine, probably.
If he hovers around this 5 mark, either of these guys hover around the 5 mark, it's going to be a real difficult day on the other player. We could see a lot of point battles.
See, this is the one thing that if I'm Brandon, I would have already decided if I hit 4 of these marks on the 18s what I was going to do with that last dart. He is thinking it over, which is fine for his patient play style, but I think it affected him there on that last dart.
I think Brandon is significantly playing slower than he was the last match, and you can definitely tell that he's maybe kind of using that to his advantage. I'm this incredibly early to make that comment, but maybe he's going to try to play that advantage tonight, where it's just taking his time, being more of a technical guy this evening and trying to outlast Mr. Jacob Mott.
Yeah, so far so good from Brandon Neal. That second dart looks, yeah, I was about to say, it looks like it's in the triple. Gets the third one as well in there. So these guys are just battling back and forth points right this second. And both of them are more than content to do so.
Good to see somebody in the background with Brandon giving him a little knuckle there as he walked back to the line. Good to see some support.
I'm sure he's one of those players that likes to be hyped up, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
The more people you have around screaming for you and giving you some love, the more focused a lot of players become.
So getting a little information in the background is it's Brandon Westover beating Cody Drager 9-2 this evening in the winners bracket at level 2. So big win there for Brandon Westover.
Wow, that'll actually move him into the king seat match, I believe. It's amazing to say we're already kind of at that point.
Yeah, definitely. And something we were kind of mentioning tonight, we may be taking a break on the winner's side of things and kind of letting the back shuffle in. Good ideas. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here in this level 2 or division 2. My apologies.
Oh, he looked at it on the second dart and just wires it into the triple 2. Oh, that is a frustrating dart for him, I can tell.
Yeah, you can see him. You can see it on his face. It's just like, oh, what do I do here? Left, right, left, right.
Yeah, he's blocked both of the triple wedges that he wants to shoot at, so he's going to pick his best option. Unfortunately, it flights into the triple 4. So Jacob Mott with a little bit of an advantage here can look to close those 18s. He might still, he'll move back down. Only a 3 mark, though. These guys are struggling together right this second.
Struggling with a 4.2. It is one of those things where it can definitely feel like it, especially when you used to seeing just a little bit more. But I think these guys are just kind of getting things started here.
There's a good first start.
Big triple there. Second follow-up.
He did not even look away on any of those 3. I think he's trying to jump ahead a little bit at Jacob. But I would not be surprised to see Jacob firing some triples here. There's one. He'll stay there on the third dart and does get a 7 mark of his own. These guys are feeding off each other. It's just going back and forth. If they're having a bad round, the next person's having a bad round. If they're having a good round, the next person's having a good round. It's the type of darts you like to see.
Yeah, that can be kind of the nature of the beast playing a good friend of yours. They kind of have that friendly. You saw the picture of them together with the side-by-side look, per se, at the stats or the tail of the tape. You can kind of see that they, are friendly with each other. So they feed off each other certainly may happen all evening.
So if you are a newer dart player and you're trying to figure out what Brandon's thinking here, what Brandon's doing here, he knows that at this point he is not up enough points that if Jacob hit a trip 17 on the first dart, he wouldn't have just 2 darts to close. Actually, no, he is up just enough to do that. So he did take that shot at the trip 17 there on the third dart. You do not want to give your opponent a chance to just 5 mark close, right?
Yeah. You don't want to give yourself that was a double 17. Interesting.
Yeah, that flighted real hard off of that, it looked like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, is you could see kind of frustration there, as he knew that triple would have been just enough points to put him ahead, but he's going to find himself down by 4 here. Advantage Neal.
Local Orlando legend joining us on the stream here with Kenny Doyle. Congratulating Brandon Westover, also from that same area. Good to see the Florida support there.
Yeah, coming out with a big victory last night over Jordan Meyer in Division 1. I think it was a 9-6 win for you, Kenny. Good job there. Congratulations. He moves on in the winner's side.
Absolutely. Guys, let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from tonight. We always love to see that. Shout out all of those places where we're watching from tonight. You always love to see that in the comments. Especially if you're from somewhere special like, I don't know, north side of Indianapolis, Indiana. Right outside Wichita. Maybe you're close to Disney World. I don't know. Let us know.
Mott going here for these 15s, trying to scramble some points here.
Yeah, Brandon is you can tell like this is a drag out leg, right? Brandon's still averaging a 4.77. Scott Hanish says he's in Will Stewart's basement. He's right behind you, Will.
Oh gosh. That's scary biz right there.
Good old Bicknell, Indiana. I'm gonna have to visit that small town one time, Seth. I hope there's a dartboard there. Just so I can stare at it. I'm not gonna play on it, but it's good for aesthetics. My good buddy John Mink joining us from the Indy North Side. Love you, buddy.
Just a couple bulls here will do it to put Brandon Neal up 2-0 on Jacob Mott. That will do it at 4.57 marks per round there. Brandon Neal.
Jeremiah Berger tuning in with us said Michigan League just ended, so there you go. Love that. Seth says no dartboards. Psh. Seth, I don't care if you have one traffic light. You got to have dartboard in there. That's more important to that traffic light. You tell the town, get rid of that traffic light, throw up a dartboard. Little small town feel. You got to love it.
Good 5-mark opener for Jacob Mott in this third leg.
It is 2-0 Brandon Neal, so his prediction's still correct of a 9-0 clean sweep here as he gets upset with the 6 mark he just threw there. That tells you where his head space is at currently. Look at that from Jacob Mott. Oh, that last start, that he would have loved to have seen another trip 20 in there, but he will definitely take the close on the 19s after that first start.
Certainly will. Puts him up by just 3. Neal probably going to go over to the 18s here.
Yeah, in that last leg, they had a little battle of the 18-17s wedges, so we'll see if that ends up being the case here.
Tough dart there, works it right underneath. Steps back, is going to think about how he wants to go about this.
If you're in this position, do you shoot at the 20s knowing that you're a little bit blocked on the 18s, even though you just went underneath the first start?
Definitely not a bad move. And there he goes and closes it. I could see somebody going to the 17s too, as we've kind of seen some Division 1 players play that strategy as well. Just kind of open up another
Jacob Mott with a 9 mark there, closing out the 18s and getting the point lead on the 17s. Boom goes the dynamite Jacob Mott.
Good stuff from Mott as he closes them out.
6.5 to a 6.0 in this leg. And you see Brandon just taking a little bit more time. I love this from him, man. I'm telling you.
Really thinking about his strategy here and how he wants to go about stuff. Look at these trip 16s.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness. Fights right back with a 9 mark.
Huge darts. I had to give him a little courtesy clap there as those were massive.
What
massive
a follow.
Marks.
What a follow. Jacob Mott's got to be like, what do I have to do? And he's going to do that. That's what he's going to do. A 7 mark follows, guys. This is insane. Absolutely insane right now.
Playing some close Look at this just a 3-point advantage for Jacob Mott. So wow, what a interesting match or leg this has become.
Brandon has
7.33 for Brandon, 6.25 for Jacob.
Brandon has winning darts right now, and with how these guys were throwing, I just okay. Now I would put it past him, but my goodness, wow. Only 2 bulls there, so Jacob now with free range to go at the bulls if he wants to. He can also point a lot if he wants to do that instead. Looks like he's going to point a lot.
That's what I was thinking he was going to do. Smart play there from Mott to just kind of point it up, make Brandon Neal hit these bulls here.
Now, here's my only problem with that is it still leaves Brandon with a reasonable 6-mark winning darts in his hand. You know, like that's the only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about with him going to 15s instead of at the bulls there in that last round. It gives Brandon a chance here. Not anymore, but he had it.
Did have the opportunity. He goes and closes out the 15s.
What a
As you can
dart
see,
there.
it just means a lot to him. Look at Brandon hooping and hollering. I kind of like it.
Let's see if Jacob just ends it anyway, and he sure does, baby.
You can see
My
him
goodness.
give it right back too with the 5.47 there from Jacob Mott as he kind of gives it a good yell there to just kind of show Brandon, hey, I can do that too.
Man, you want to talk about how blessed we are to get to sit here and talk darts when it's that going on screen. My goodness. Coach B's even fired up in the chat.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, and or right here on Facebook. Appreciate you tuning in.
Guys, they decided that they're just going to play some fire darts here. Another 9-mark from Brandon Neal. That's why I was shocked he only had 4 in 2 matches. He has 3 so far tonight in 4 legs. And Jacob's going to fire right back. What a terrible second dart that was. Only a 7 mark for Jacob Mott here. Opening up the door for Brandon. What a horrible round. Oh, this is insane, guys. This is insane early on. And you can see Brandon switching up his strategy already. Now he's pointing more, or at least attempting to. We'll see what he does on this last dart here. Uh-oh. You got to love following up a 9 mark with a 1 mark.
Definitely one of those unfortunate things about darts that does happen. Look at this. 2 big triples. Goes up to the 20s, tries to close, doesn't get it. 7 mark, though, for Mott once again.
Man, we have ourselves a match here. There has been a fuse lit between these 2 players. Good friends, played together often, so they know each other's games. They know they can see each other on the screen getting fired up. As Brandon, 2 rounds in a row now, I think the adrenaline kind of got him after that 9 mark on the 20s. So Jacob, a little bit of control here. He will just throw 2 to close out the 20s real quick. See if he moves back down to points on the last one. He attempted it, tripped 7 instead. Hey, let's just go ahead and switch over to 18s if you're Brandon Neal. Try and get a lot of those.
See which way he goes here. I think it'll certainly be those 18s. I mean, the way he's been playing them in the previous legs as he moves over. Yeah,
I like how comfortable he is moving over too, as he goes trip after moving off his original spot that he throws from.
Yeah, he's really comfortable wherever he is on the hockey, left, right, doesn't matter. He's just comfortable.
And 3 there for Jacob.
He looked a little uncomfortable with those darts, that's for sure.
Oh, boy. Brandon not happy with those first 2 darts. He did keep the same mindset, though, that he went to at the line with, which was, I'm going to throw at 18's first dart and 19's at the second dart. He kept the momentum, even though he missed the first dart. And I don't know if I would have just stayed with my strategy there after that first dart. But then again, I'm not nearly as good as Brandon Neal. So nor do I look as good when I play.
Certainly puts it together. The plays looks pretty decent, they say.
Oh yeah.
See what he's got here as he goes single 18 with his first dart, pointing it up.
I just noticed I said, "Oh yeah," to your comment about him looking good. Don't worry, Mrs. Neal. I'm taken already. All right, so Jacob steps up here, going to try and rail some 19s. They slowed down a little bit from their start, which is an obvious statement of what's probably going to happen, considering they start out on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, to be expected from after that start.
Let's see if we get another like heavy hitter version where we go 9 mark, 7 mark, or something crazy like we did in the last leg. But that's the beautiful thing about these two players is that they are more than capable in any given throw to do something like that.
Yeah, we've seen it before. I mean, with 3 tonight, I mean, 9 marks can happen at any point. And that's just for Brandon Neal.
Yeah, Jacob, I think, is just starting to find his form a little bit more. I think that win in that last leg kind of fired him up a little bit. It's interesting that we get to see both camera views now on both screens for us as commentators. So we can see Jacob in the background, nice and loose, relaxed, just talking to the bartender, talking over there with his people. It looks like he might even be watching something on TV, which is just, it's interesting.
Yeah, to me, I look at that as he's trying to just distract himself to get his mind off of this lull here. Is I got to tell you, as you know, for me, as a quick player, I would be, I mean, I wouldn't be furious, but I would definitely be in the back of my mind, definitely thinking about the pace of the match, just because I'm a quick player, you know. So he's doing anything he can to keep his mind off. He's talking to people. He's kind of keep his eye on the television, maybe his phone. Mike Maloney does that a lot from Division I. He'll keep his eye on his phone right when he goes away from the match, just because he doesn't want to see what his opponent's really hitting too. That's another factor. So maybe Jacob's that kind of guy too. He doesn't care to see what his opponent's hitting in the moment.
Well, you know what? That actually makes perfect sense because he can hear his opponent's darts hit on the soft tip board. And he knows, I'm sure, that his opponent knows that he plays fast. And I'm sure that Jacob knows that Brandon plays a little bit more paced out. I would call it that. Almost slow rolls a little bit, if you can, in darts. And so he's trying to take his focus off of that, which I think is working tremendously in his favor right this second. My brother-in-law tuning in to say, I love that you're just always on streams now, Sean. Do you love that? Do you love hearing my voice 3 nights a week or not, buddy? I bet you really do. I love that I'm always on streams now. Especially when I get to work with great people like Will Stewart, the legend, USA Darts.
You're way, way too kind, sir. You're way too kind. Just an average guy with capability of pushing a button or two.
And you don't even have to do that now.
Yeah, no, I get to just chat, and I'm not even good at that.
What are you talking about?
Look at this, Jacob Mott just needing the 2 bulls here. Let's see if he can produce. Not coming up with one there. Does get one with his last.
All right. Brandon Neal definitely almost out of this leg, but not quite yet. A double bull here. He might be able to close a couple of those wedges and put a little pressure on Jacob. But that being said, if I had a double bull here, I'm just staying on bulls.
Certainly. Points.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. He's looking to see if any of them were in the double bull, and they were not. But See if Jacob. Well, that'll work. Well, whatever. Let's just move on to the next leg, Jacob says.
There we go. 4.20 for Jacob Mott as he takes that one to make this a 2-2 match. Good stuff. As you may be fooled on the screen, as it does have that added 501 little diddle that we do on the first little half or the first part of this match, kind of decide how we start. So that's why that added kicker's on there was for 3-2. Keep it on top. The 2-2 score is correct.
Yep, absolutely. And I haven't actually done this discussion yet or talked about this as much, but I'm actually run through how cricket works, just in case we have some people tuning in that aren't really understanding the game. You have to hit 3 marks, which a triple is 3 marks, a single is 1 mark, a double is 2 marks. You have to hit 3 marks on a number to close it out or open it. Once you open it, you can point on that number as well. So you saw there, Jacob just hit a 7 mark on the 19s. So he got 76 points for the 4 19s after he closed out the 19s with the 3 mark to start off on the triple. So Brandon now chance to point on the 20s. But the goal of the game is to close everything and have more points than your opponent when you do so. You can never lose a game of cricket with more points than your opponent.
I'm glad that you say that because I know there's a certain person or two in the chat that could always use a little refresher or maybe just a proper introduction to the game. So thank you for doing that one.
It's something
Mr.
I always
Green.
I always forget to bring it up. I'm always like, wait a second. Why are we assuming every week that people can just like follow along and know what we're doing? I love the fact like my dad is 69 years old. Asking about the stream and where he can find it and watch. He's asleep now, but he'll watch it. He'll watch it the next day.
Same for my fathers. He's always tuning in as well.
Love it. Dads, we appreciate
stuff.
you. Shout out to the men who raised us.
Good stuff there.
Nick says that his dad's just okay. Mr. Dirachi, if you're tuning in right now, just know that
was not
your
Will
son,
that said that.
I'm just saying, I'm quoting from your son. He says that he is the best Dominic Deshira in the family.
It's going down to the 17s, not getting it here as he's just coming up with the trip 18. Oh, sorry, it did produce one single 17. That one didn't quite get in, but it did.
Chad Owens asked on YouTube, where is DJ and Gordon at? Well, you're in for the surprise of your life, buddy, because you have Will Stewart, a living legend, and Sean Green, a teacher from nowhere in Indiana, giving you some commentary this evening. And we appreciate you becoming a fan of us right this second.
Good
All
right
right.
there from Neal as you see his arms extend in the air as he's like, yeah, finally, something to be happy with.
Yeah, I'd be extremely ecstatic with the 2-8, but I know Brandon's not.
One that just a little bit more. That's how it goes. I mean, when you're talking a race to 9-leg match, I mean, anything can happen in this match, and the stamina involved is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's insane. And these guys are gonna have some legs like this where Jacob's just dominating with a 4-8 and Brandon's just wiring out of triples. Look at that. It goes to the bowl second dart. I love that move. Only needs a 4 mark to win now in the leg. But it's gonna be a little up and down, a little roller coaster action. It's gonna be more consistent than I'm sure anything that most of you are used to seeing, but it will happen every once in a while. In this 5th leg of the match, I think Brandon's still trying to feel out exactly the pace that he wants to throw at tonight. Now that I think he's starting to realize that Jacob's not really being affected by the slow play a little bit.
Yeah, I think Jacob's kind of learned to deal with it as He's just taking that time away from the line to kind of just keep his head off things.
Yeah, absolutely. And for our late viewers here, it is a race to 9. So best of 17, which you gotta love. I know I do. So it is a longer format. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, and like I'm saying, the stamina is so much involved, and there's some people that may think stamina in darts. Well, yeah, I mean there can be a significant amount of stamina in darts trying to keep your head focused and maintain that throw throughout the course of this match.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone knows if you go to a bigger tournament and you kind of run through a tournament a little bit, by the time you get down to the end, you're feeling it in your arm, especially if you're not used to doing that very often. It's one of the things I'm most concerned about, besides the fact that I suck at darts. When I go to Indiana State in a couple weeks, is I have not thrown very many darts for very long over the past couple months. So it's gonna affect me. I know that when I get down to the end. That being said, I'll be out in 2 games, but
For sure.
I think
For
it's a
sure. For sure. Out in 2.
It's all right. It just means the more streaming I get to do.
How about this? 3 legs on the trot for Jacob Mott, as it is 3-2 here. Good stuff for Jacob Mott making a run here.
Yeah, absolutely. Which again, I think that we expected him to throw well. I just don't think we expected Brandon to have a leg in the 2s. And while he is in the 2s now, I expect it to kind of pick up right here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just one throw. That's going to happen here and there on an opener or 2. A couple shout outs. Christopher Martin, thanks for tuning in. Dan Taylor, you as well. Ray Morgan, appreciate you dropping that score line in the chat.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks to everyone else tuning in as well. Once again, big like and follow. We appreciate that.
Oh, I love this. I think Christopher Martin thinks that it's your Michael Walters.
That is for sure. He definitely thinks that is the Michael Walters from Kansas that he knows a little too well.
No. This is the Michael Walters who gave me an angel tattoo on my leg a couple months ago through a bet.
Random facts.
Facts. Made a dart bet with him. $850 later, I have a porcelain angel tattooed on my leg. That's absolutely true.
Interesting facts from the Sean Green.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm a teacher. That's how I teach.
5 mark there for Mott. He's trying to open up a number here on the 17s, and he knows Neal's going to go for these 18s here. Oh, big close with the 17s, though, with his last dart, as he closes out those hopes and dreams for Jacob Mott to come back and pound that trip 17, but he's going to try to go to the 16s here.
Well, hey, Brandon. Good to see you on the stream now, buddy. He took a couple legs off, but he is back with a 4.75 average in this leg. He went points on that first start. As I was looking over the 16s, I was like, what happened there? Does close him out, though, in 2. So a 4-6 going here as Jacob's going to try and bed the 15s. At least get 4 of them. And only 2 there.
Certainly looks like we could be going into a break deciding leg here.
You love to see it. Look at this. And, oh, Brandon.
Womp, 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 womp.
That was really good.
Just missing out on that last goal there, but he's going to step up here. Pretty good opportunity to just go ahead and close this out. So does so with a 4.58.
He's back up to the averages we saw at the very beginning from him. So again, this little roller coaster of averages, fighting strong. We'll see if we get another firework here in the 7th leg. We will be going to a short break after this leg, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back quicker than you think. And when we do, you're not going to miss any of the action. especially because it'll be a 4-3 match. Someone with a little bit of an advantage here.
Could really go either way. I mean, this could be an 8-8 duel. We could see the same thing on the back end of this match.
Of course, I don't think it will. What would you say your prediction was to start off with? 9-6?
Mine was 9-6 prediction for Jacob Mott. So bold
actually,
prediction.
guys, if you want, you can just turn this off now because you already know what the final result's going to be.
3 of the last 3 for yourself, or for myself, truly, I guess. How you'd put that, I don't know. But
it's for my entertainment, but it's yours. Oh, I love it. Michael, I do not see your bad.
5. Wow.
I guess it does say anniversary follower. Look at that. 3-year anniversary follower. From my brother-in-law. So he was tuning in before I was even on the stream. He's not even here for me. He was shocked that I was on there.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh,
Big
7 mark.
Darts. Big darts for Brandon. 5.33 average after a couple rounds here. This is more of what we were looking for out of him. And Jacob firing right back with a 5 mark on the 20s. Scott, I think that might have been the last one he got wrong. Pretty sure it was. Your prediction with him versus Brandon.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, let alone.
Weirdly, I actually remember. He did pick you to win, Scott. So he likes you more. That's what he said.
Big Trip 20 opener for Mott here. What a third dart as well. 7 mark there, 420 to 342.
Absolutely, guys. And in case you are just joining us, I always point this out every single stream that we do, but it fascinates me to all get out. Yeah, he knows he let that last dart go a little bit early. Threw a little flyer in there in the last dart. But I'm sitting here in north side of Indianapolis. Mr. Will Stewart's in his basement in Kansas. He is still in Kansas. This is not a Wizard of Oz situation. And when we have our fearless leader, Mr. Nick Teixeira, our young gun in Orlando, Florida, with us here, controlling the transitions and working hard this evening. A little sweat rolling off his brow this early evening for him. We got Mr. Brandon Neal playing in Omaha, Nebraska at the Sundowner Bar against Mr. Jacob Mott, who is in Johnston, Iowa at Backroads Lounge. Again, just shocking that we have the technology to be able to do this. With transitions, both bars being shown. This is insane, man.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to have the view from both of these bars this evening. Fortunately, on Nick's behalf of the transition button here, but hey, it's certainly nice to have both perspectives here as we have this good match for you on a Wednesday night here from the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts.
Oh yeah, guys. I don't know if you saw the announcement earlier this week from Partners Promoting Darts, but they are already thinking ahead for the next CSC Challenger Series Division 1 and Division 2. That will be taking place at the end of February, I believe. The dates for that are not finalized. But if you want to get involved, guys, go to dartstoc.com. That is DARTSTOC.com. All you have to do is look at the map to see what locations in your area are Partners Promoting Darts, DRTTOC bars, and get signed up for a league. They're taking signups daily, and if you do not have a location in your area, contact them through their website and let them know that, or contact your vendor, let them know that you want to be a part of this. Get your points in now to be qualified for that next CSC Challenger Series. This is the Division 2 $5,000 add to this bad boy. and $2,500 to first place, which is insane with 11 people in this bracket right now.
Nice to throw in 100 and possibly win, a couple thousand.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. And then in our Division 1, it's a $4K to first place. You get second place, you get $2,000.
Pretty incredible payout here. You can expect that from the PPD and their numerous amounts of programs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I only wish I started playing PPD a little bit earlier on before I got this gig, and now realize that it is not better late than never. It is probably more like never now. I wouldn't be good enough to play in this thing anyway.
Just missing out on a couple darts there into the trip 4. Unfortunately for Jacob Mott, is just struggling on a crucial big points in a couple legs here.
I think we're seeing a little bit more inconsistency out of both these players than they're even used to. Yeah, like he's not he's shouting to the rooftops. It's got to be fun to like be doing league next to him, because he's being vocal at that line too.
Definitely means a lot when you're playing, like we said, for that amount of money on the line. It can definitely change some things.
Yeah, I still love the fact that he moves across that line. He gets himself in the best position to close out the darts. That is all just feel and talent and practice and consistency, all working together. The belt helps too.
The belt helps too. I like it.
I was waiting for you to pick up that last little line that I threw down. That's why I just went silent there. I was like, come on, it'll happen. He'll process this bad boy. Christopher Martin asked you, buddy, how can we ever get the TOC possibilities in Wichita?
We've got to get a vendor on board. So we got to find a vendor that wants to put the boards in place. So that's the thing. We don't have any of the G3 or the Arachnid boards around us really, other than a couple, and I think they're offline. So we got to have a vendor to do that one. I think the closest one towards us is going to be Kansas City area and or Oklahoma area. So take a look at the dartstoc.com. You can look at the maps there to view all the vendors and see what is the closest vendor to you. Maybe hit them up, see if they're willing to expand.
Brandon just tried throwing a kill shot there at the end of the leg here. But he will have free range. A couple bowls will do it, as it will take us to our break here. Brandon's going to win. He won the first 2, then Jacob won the next 3, and then Brandon's looking like he's going to pull off this last 2 here going into the break. So we got a back and forth heavyweight bout. They're throwing haymakers left and right, guys. So stay with us right after Brandon hits this last bullseye right there, as he is hyped. We're all hyped. It is 4-3. Brandon Neal over Jacob Mott in this race to 9. I'm Sean Green from To The Point Streaming, Will Stewart USA Darts. We are at the CSC Challenger Series Division 2, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts, and we will be right back after this short break.
All righty, here we go. Back at it as
Sorry.
are-
We are back, guys. Here at the CSC Challenger Series Division 2. Sean Green from To The Point Streaming. That is my name. And I am joined by a legend in streaming, Mr. Will Stewart of USA Darts. Oh, the legend continues, my friend. What's up, buddy?
I'm laughing from the jokes we were telling at break, I guess. Woo! My apologies, everybody. It's not often you do that, but I'm literally crying right now.
Well, I'm a funny person. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. My apologies, everybody. Well,
Yeah, he's crying. There he is, guys.
he literally kicked it over to me. I am
Wow, you
literally,
saw my forehead.
I'm literally crying right now. I mean, wow. My apologies, everybody. But hey, that's how it goes. At least we're not started yet. Yeah,
Thank you.
wow.
Wow. I will be here every Monday and Wednesday for your viewing pleasure, Will Stewart.
Oh man, that was good stuff. That was good stuff. Well, we are ready to kick it back over, get this off of my face because I'm just it's too much. Wow, good stuff. But hey, that's part of the being here and enjoying these matches is not only you guys having fun, but we like to have some fun too in the background. So it's nice to have the position we're in to not only view these great matches, but also talk about them and then have a little fun while we do it. So
yeah, we are
blessed.
That. We are blessed to be able to do what we do. I can tell you that much for sure. Gosh, I can't say that enough. It's fun to hang out with Will and Nick. I met Nick one night, and we've been great friends ever since. And then Will and I have never actually met face to face before. But we really enjoy each other's company. I think that helps out a lot. As we see Jacob Mott ready to come back from the stream or from our break, throws a 120, a little 9-mark action. Boom goes the dynamite to get this this break finished here.
Yeah, big opener there for Jacob Mott. Maybe wonder if he maybe just took a second to get his head right there and kind of get him maybe a little refresher and just kind of get back after it here. But it's going to be a tough match because Brandon Neal's been doing stuff like this. He'll follow a 9 with a 7, and or he'll follow a Jacob's semi good round with a better round.
Yeah, it's what Brandon is doing consistently, except for maybe one leg of this match, is he is putting the pressure on. He is putting the pressure on Jacob in every single throw, pretty much. He's answering the call. He's starting off with Jacob starts off with a 9 mark. He's like, all right, cool. Watch the 7 mark. He's just constantly keeping that pressure on Jacob. He's really testing his consistency. Jacob's, I mean. And it's affecting Jacob, I think, a little bit. Brandon stepping up here. Sorry.
No, you are certainly okay.
Brandon stepping up here. Going to look at the 18s. Hits the first one. He'll stay there for the second one. And now he can move if he wants to. No, he'll stay there.
He's got to try to work that in if he can. He's trying to decide. He's looking and he's frustrated. He knows it's going to be tough here. I ain't surprised he's staying right there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if he. Yep, he did try to go for the 20s.
Just no real good look at it.
All right, here we go. Jacob stepping up here. Does not do a whole lot. Only a 3 mark, so Brandon Neal stepping up here. Gonna look at the 18s for a little bit. At least get 4 of them before he shoots over the 20s. But again, the beautiful thing about Brandon Neal is that he is unpredictable, and he chooses to be unpredictable. But there I called it. Nice little 6 mark there for Brandon Neal. Takes control back of this match as Jacob's going to look here at the 17s. We just wanted to refresh the camera a little bit there. 5 marks still. Our boy Nick is getting some work done this evening, I'm telling you.
Yeah, big shout out to him because it takes a lot to do all those interviews to kind of work time out wise. I mean, he's got a job himself, and as well as these players have a lot of stuff going on to organize all that and then run the stream as well. It takes a lot. So big shout out to you, Nick.
Yeah, whatever. He's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
He's 23 years old, guys. He can pull all-nighters left and right.
Has an energy drink and a slice of bread, and that's all you got for the day, and you're good to go.
There you go.
Life of a 23-year-old.
I don't even know what I was doing. I was probably in college. Still. Lots of people go to college for 7 years.
Get your movie quotes in here while you're at the CSC Challenger Series. Why not?
Hey, when Tommy Boy's on Netflix, you turn on Tommy Boy.
You gotta do it. I don't blame you there. Some classic Americana.
I'm actually a little bit upset that you didn't come back with, yeah, those are called doctors. Oh.
Big. Oh, no.
It counted
Just
as
a
a
single.
I'm telling you what, I've seen, like, one of the worst things to happen in soft tip darts, which is hilarious because if you play steel, you get this all the time, but where it actually hits a dart, hits the board, you see it hit the board, but it hit like the wire of the board and bounces off and doesn't register anything. Or my all-time favorite, the question marks.
Yeah.
Have you ever been hit with the question marks?
No, not before, but I've definitely been hit with the feeling of what did that actually hit? That hit in? Did it hit the wire? Matter of fact, in the king seat of Shark Tank 2019, I had that feeling where I felt I hit the top, the double 20, and nope, just that wire ricochet. It just happens on the board every once in a while, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been there before. Not the finals of Shark Tank, but level 5 Indiana State singles championship. It probably happened at least once.
Hey, no matter the level, it counts. It counts.
The glory days. I hit a nerve with Lavelle, who says F word question marks. I agree.
Speaking of Lavelle, quality player there.
Yeah,
tuning
shout
in,
out,
buddy.
man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. I could not have said that better myself.
Here we go, Neal. Setting up. Looking for the point advantage here.
Oh, man, is he going to go? He went back to 16s, a 9 mark again for Brandon Neal. Again, that's why I was so shocked at the fact he only had 4 and 2 matches, because he has 4 so far this evening that we've seen.
Yeah, some nice stuff there. You know, coming up with 2 each in each of his first 2 matches and producing 4 here. What a incredible show or display here from Brandon Neal.
And that, again, comes at the very right time to take control of this leg. That first starts in the trip 16 too. There's the trip 15. And he goes back and he hits another 9 mark for Brandon Neal. Back-to-back 9s. Boom. Boom, boom, boom goes that dynamite.
3 booms there.
Hey,
you
you throw back-to-back 9s with me doing the commentary, I'm gonna be excited about that all day long. And apparently 3 times on Wednesday.
Look at this from Neal. Just needing the 3 single bulls here. Put it away to make this a 5-3 match.
Lavelle, I'm actually surprised that you're surprised that we know who you are. Absolute legend.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of see, you know, people through passing, or you just hear them, you know, through tournaments and stuff. Yeah, names get around.
Lavelle, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know who you are. but
I
I don't
do.
I don't know. I don't really know anyone outside of Indianapolis, so don't take that offensively.
That's one of the advantages of getting around to tournaments with the USA Darts gig. It's just starting to get to know those people and both the soft tip and steel tip side of things. But speaking of big win here for Brandon Neal, that was not a transition at all,
That was
but it worked.
fantastic.
It
You're like,
worked.
speaking of winning a leg of darts that we never spoke of.
Hey, it works. All
Great
right.
one there. You're so good at this, man. I'm telling you. Only you could make a transition out of that. I think he's crying again. This time in sadness. All right, so Brandon's up 5-3 over Jacob Mott here. He has won the last 3 legs on the trot or on the spin. So Jacob starts off with a 5 mark here. He's going to try and battle back into this one.
Oh man.
Lavelle, I can almost guarantee that you're better at darts than me. So don't say
Oh no. I think I think I had Lavelle on the stream at Triple Bull in Jefferson, Iowa. So yeah, seen him play before.
Doesn't
Good
remember
player,
his
so
prediction from 2 weeks ago, but he'll remember that.
I can remember that. That's for sure. After I'm done crying for the transition stuff, but overall, I did want to mention for Brandon Neal, I didn't get that first match average that he won there, but with the other 4.57, 4.58, 4.43, and a 5.0 there in that last round. So pretty good stuff. I believe that first one was definitely above 4.5.
Yeah, I think it was a 4-6, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah. So pretty good stuff here for Jacob Mott. He's got a 5.47, 4.2, 4.36. So 5-3 advantage here for Brandon Neal. Just a reminder, if Brandon does get another leg here, it'll be a little player advantage for Jacob, as he's going to start us off for a couple legs.
Well, at least one, because if he brings it back to within 2, then it will go back to Brandon. So the real magic number for this player advantage is 4, or 3 if you just went. No, it has probably 4, right?
Yeah, correct. I was talking a little bit beforehand, but something to keep in mind as well once we get to that third leg up.
Hey, so let's take a second to shout out the fact that Brandon Neal is playing for Nebraska Technical Services out of Sundowner Bar in Omaha, Nebraska. He throws an 18-gram Elka Dart shark fin barrel with the Q-Sol Tarot system. He's been playing darts since 2004. Tale as old as time, I'm telling you. Free poker league at a bar, saw darts being played, decided that he was going to test it out. And the rest is history. That's exactly how I started playing darts. So that's a funny one for me. He is the dart tournament selfie king. Usually, if you're on Facebook there, he takes a lot of bathroom selfies at tournaments that he goes to. You got to love that. And I'm going to give a shout out to his daughters, Avery and Valerie. If you guys are still awake, Dad's not happy about that, but actually, probably Mom's not happy about that. Also, shout out to Stephanie and White Horse Darts for sponsoring Brandon. Jacob Mott out of Johnston, Iowa. Those Target RVB 80s from Backroads Lounge is where he's playing out of. Only been playing darts for 4 years. That still is insane to me. I have seen a couple people in the Indy area get good quick. Another White Horse sponsored player, Ben Ferris, is one of those people who's only been playing for, I think, 5 years now. It's sick when you think about it. But Jacob showing off his wise darts there with a 7 mark, taking control of this leg. It's about to be 5-4 as this might be a little momentum shift here, bud.
Yeah, it certainly could be. Certainly in Jacob's advantage here. I think he's going to be craving it here after this leg, too. We saw him go 3 legs on the trot when he was down 2-0. So what can he do here?
Yeah, you can see Brandon standing at the board, just expecting this to be over this leg, but there it is. He almost walked away.
Yeah, you thought for a second. I was like, maybe I spoke too early. No, you did not.
Jacob played pro disc golf also. Trent Wagner with that comment.
See,
there you
that's
go.
Plays or played. See, I was wondering kind of where, he may have got that throw from. Because, I mean, the thing about it is if you kind of, I think you have to start somewhere. You have to have some form of athletic ability or something in your background. If you come into the game in 4 years and you're already playing in a Division II of a Challenger Series like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also have to play a lot. And I just mean that, a lot of those guys that get good quick, they're playing dart leagues 5 nights a week, 4 nights a week. Of course, I love the disc golf scene a little bit. Did you know that they call real golf ball golf?
No, I did not.
There's a fun fact for you. They do. They call it ball golf.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely much better at golf than I am at darts. I'm a former 3-time club champion at my golf course, but
I was wondering there because I know that there was a foot golf there for a little while too.
yeah,
So that kind of
with the
makes
soccer
you
ball.
wonder. Yeah. So, but disc golf definitely is taking off. If you have not seen that, or some of that stuff's making its way onto my Facebook feed. It's kind of interesting to see. But how about that big darts there from Brandon Neal, his previous round there.
I will also point out that ball golf has taken off pretty well too. Has for like the last 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, something. just saying.
Something like that.
Oh, gotta love that little ball golf, disc golf rivalry. I will say this: I am terrible at disc golf. It takes a lot of talent to be able to do what those guys do.
That is the same here. Same here. I'll stick to darts.
And I will stick to my ball golf. Uh-oh. Jacob flights out on that last one there. He looked straight back at someone right as he threw that last dart, almost like someone said something to him a little bit early in the throw. You can see League Night has ended at the Sundowner Bar. The ones that are still there are those little stragglers. And the 9 marked Brandon Neal.
5 tonight. Wow.
Yeah, he had 4 all tournament long, throwing 5 so far this evening. I knew that I was surprised for a reason, and he is proving me correct to start off there. I'm not going to throw in a boom goes dynamite, but, boom goes dynamite. Guys, I am killing it this night. If Will's laughing this hard at me, probably at me, not with me, but, I'm doing something right. As Brandon throws in a 4 mark, he's been doing something right this evening, too. A 5-4 lead. By the way, that's how you transition.
How about the 5-4 lead, throwing a 5-4 in this leg?
What? That just blew my mind, man.
Good stuff.
What a catch. What a catch there. Someone clip that.
Talk about transition.
Go into Will's greatest hits. Well, Brandon decided they didn't want another boom goes dynamite there. Just a measly 6 mark, but does put himself in great control to close out the leg in the next throw. Jacob comes back with a 5 mark, but it will be a little bit too late. Jacob Mott is also sponsored by Iowa Darts, throwing that in there. Shout out to Iowa and their darts. It's all right, Brandon. You still have another dart left in this thing. And if I know you, you're going to shoot right at that double 15. He didn't.
Oof.
I don't even know you anymore, man. How long were you giving me that thing? Oh, boy. What a day. What a day. Brandon Neal going to come up here and hit 115, ideally, with the first start. And he does a 5.18 in this leg. Makes it 6-4.
Yeah, impressive stuff there from Brandon Neal.
Again, if you are just joining us, you can turn it off now. I can just tell you that Jacob Mott's going to win the next 5 legs on the spin, just in order to make someone's prediction correct tonight. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's going to be quite the task. I could see Jacob doing it, but oh man, it's definitely going to be difficult.
He's going to have to find a new gear here. He's been throwing well. Definitely not looking past that. But Brandon is throwing consistently in the 4s and 5s in those legs that he's winning. So Jacob's going to need to do a lot more of that that he just showed there in that first throw.
Goes down to the trip 19s. Good 2 there. How about that? Another 9 mark from Mr. Brandon Neal.
Oh, boom goes the dynamite.
6-9. Jeez Louise.
Who's counting, though, really? We are. We sure are. That is insane. Throwing some great darts.
6 9 marks, 10 legs of darts. Sorry, 11 legs. This would be your 11th leg, so wow.
Yeah, he's throwing very, very, very well tonight. So much so that he is upset with a 1 mark after 2 darts. I mean, he is... If he ends up taking down this match, he's going to be really tough moving forward. I think anyone that sees him on that bracket, either Mark Citrone or Billy Meyer, who the winner of that match will get to play the winner of this match, they are not going to be excited about the fact that they'll have to play either Jacob or Brandon moving forward in this. So here we go. Brandon stepping up here. Jacob's keeping him at bay here so far with a lot of points on those 20s. But Brandon, another chance here to fire in a good score.
Yeah, taking a solid 30 seconds there to just kind of get ready to throw here, try to produce some good stuff. Only coming up with 3, though. Not enough to give him the lead. So it's going to be Mott to try to close those out in a hurry.
Oh,
tough dart. Wow, tough dart there with the second.
It registered a 777. I believe it. But yeah, that's brutal. It's always brutal when it doesn't stick. You're always like, did that thing just lie to me?
Yeah. It certainly will feel that way on the line, especially, when you think it feels right. It can certainly make you look like it was right.
Oh, absolutely. And Brandon will take advantage of that.
Wow.
Lucky number 7 on the 9 marks.
Impressive. Just impressive.
Just throwing darts out of his mind right now. And speaking of darts out of his mind, he tried to go over and close the 19s on the last start there, but a 6 mark for Jacob does regain the point lead a little bit. And man, would that have been a huge 9 mark to follow that last 9 mark. Brandon Neal drops his dart, picks it back up, resets. He has that same routine, does a couple of shadow throws there. Just, I think, thinking about his release a little bit. Hits the 19. Now he's going to step back to kind of transition over, get his mind right for those 17s. Or stay on the 19s.
Yeah, going to stay right there and come up with a 5.
That would have been a great call if I would have been right. But instead, it's an embarrassingly wrong one.
The amount of times I've felt like that, cannot tell you how many times. That's the truth.
Man, I question myself weekly. I'm like, do I know how to play darts or no? And a lot of times I don't.
Some of the strategies that you see, it makes you kind of question because truly you have no idea what these guys will throw at. I mean, or what they're thinking in their head, you know, because they may be thinking for that split second, okay, I've got to take my chance right now, or this could cost me the match.
Yep. Yeah, and it's easy to kind of fall into that trap, especially when you're playing at this high level against this high level of competition. It's almost every single dart matters so much in each round. Whereas in levels that I play in, one dart matters out of the three. And as long as I hit one of those bad boys, I'm good.
Here we go. Neal with the slight advantage. Wonder if he goes to the 18s or tries to close these 17s. No, 19s it is.
There's the 17's gone, and there goes the 18's almost. Another 7 mark there for Brandon Neal. Again, he's firing in these big rounds at very, very opportune times. And it just seems like Jacob's just playing from behind consistently. There have been a couple of legs where Brandon's kind of thrown a little bit slack darts for that leg, but other than that, Jacob's been kind of on the ropes this entire time. It is tough to play that way. You're seeing it again here. With
Look at that.
There's an 8 mark for you, but another boom goes to dynamite for Brandon Neal. He might be by himself in that bar at the end of this thing, screaming and yelling at how hyped up he is throwing right now. And it has been impressive the way he has thrown darts this evening. I'm sure Jacob hates it. Especially as a friend that knows that he's never going to be able to live that down.
You can certainly feel that way sometimes. And
if I'm Brandon, I go up to him at the next tournament that I see him at, and I'm like, hey, man, have you seen this dart match online? And just start playing their match this evening. And if I'm Jacob and I come back and beat Brandon, I'm doing the exact same thing. And you both are welcome for that idea.
Going for Bulls here, trying to produce some sort of comeback. It's not going to happen in this round here. So here we go. Brandon Neal just needing the one.
There it is. A 7-4 lead now. Oh, your prediction is now busted.
There it is. It is over and done with.
And I'm pretty sure I said 9-7, Brandon. So mine's still a go.
There's a still go, but how about this? A big round there, or a big leg there for Brandon Neal as he produces his best average this evening with the 5.36.
Yeah, that'll work for sure. 10 times out of 10, probably. Unless you're playing against Kenny Doyle, then it's 9 times out of 10.
I think you better drop that, son. You're supposed to be about 4 to 5 out of 10, about halfway.
Well, that's probably true. I did not give Kenny enough credit there.
He's kind of moving through this bracket pretty swiftly, so be interested to see where he ends up in that Division I bracket as Brandon Neal produces another 5 mark and kind of gives you a fist pump to know he's one round closer to a victory.
I will say, guys, one of the exciting things that's happened in the last week or two is the fact that the Skybox Lounge, is it Lounge? I think it's Lounge. Tavern, Skybox Tavern, just got in the streaming equipment. So Kenny Doyle will be playing out of there for the rest of this tournament. And some of those other great Central Florida players will have a place to stream from. So we'll get a live look at a lot of that, which I can tell you I'm super, super stoked about.
Yeah, the more bars we're in, the better, as we can get these great views of these players playing in this CSC Challenger Series.
Division 2, baby. 2.5K to first place. We are on the loser side of the bracket. The winner of this will move on to play the winner of Mark Citrone from Michigan and Billy Meyer from Wisconsin. The loser will be out of this CSC Challenger Series to go back and get some games in to get qualified for the next one. That'll also be the fun thing, man. As we hopefully continue to do this, is we're going to get to know these darters pretty well.
Yeah, certainly. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll get a new cluster of players in for that next CSC Challenger Series. Excited for that as well. So
Yeah.
plenty of time to get those matches in to be involved. Make sure you head over to dartstoc.com to do so.
Absolutely. And in situations, a big dart there, and he got excited about that one. He's walking back with a little bit of pace from that line. Just fired up as Jacob is disappeared. A magician with darts.
May have went to the restroom or grabbed a drink real quick as
He is
made
back.
his way back.
Houdini himself couldn't have pulled off that magic trick.
Good stuff.
He does get a trip 19 on the last one. So Brandon Neal stepping up here. I'm interested to see if he goes points first or if he goes 19s first. Be cool if we just had like a live mic on him to ask him that question before he threw. That wouldn't distract or anything.
That would be fun, but I
Hey,
think
hey,
we'd
Brandon,
hear a
on
lot
this
of
last
yelling.
start, on this last start, Brandon, what are you going to shoot at? You let us know ahead of time. Oh boy, there's the next evolution in this thing, right?
Certainly.
Then they wouldn't need us anymore.
Big triple with the last start there. Not enough to put him in the lead, but we'll see what Brandon Neal comes up with here.
My guess is he goes 19s first. If he's thinking 19s on the last dart, or this last two darts, might as well start there. But he's going to start at the 18s just to spite me. Gets a single out of it. But I still think he moves to the 19s now with two darts left.
Yep. Gonna take his chances when he can. He takes it out there. Going with a 4.67 average in this one.
Decent. And this has been kind of the story of the night for Jacob so far, is just wiring into the trip on the other side of those big numbers and just unable to really put any pressure on Brandon. Brandon's been the one kind of consistently putting pressure on this entire match so far. It's been impressive to see. Hey, shout out, Will, by the way. Saw the announcement that USA Darts made today.
Oh, yes, definitely. Thanks for mentioning that. We will be the official streaming platform for the, or streaming service for the 33rd Annual Seacoast Open. That is a WDF Gold event. So, winner will be headed to the lakeside, as Mr. Richard Ashdown says, at the WDF World Championships there. So, pretty.
I'm happy that that's back.
Stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a interesting tournament, that's for sure, because someone locking in, or two people, locking in their ticket as a female and a male will be headed.
That is awesome. I'm telling you right now, man, I'm going to be streaming Indiana State that weekend, but if you have a chance to remotely throw me in there, let's hang out.
That'd be fun. We could do that for sure.
That'd be a good time. Sure. And then just have Nick run the controls.
Be all good.
Actually, I think we want more Nick. I'd vote for more Nick.
Let's see what he does here. Points to get ahead.
He does on the last start. Does get the point lead back. He almost apologizes for that round, right?
Yeah, it kind of looked like he just kind of shook it off.
He's like, I'm sorry I didn't end it right there. But Jacob comes back with a 7 mark, and he's saying, don't be sorry. I love that, buddy. You keep throwing those 2 marks, those 3 marks. See if we'll get done with this. Looks like you got more fans in the chat there, buddy. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, hey, Kasha Prisbel tuning in. Hello.
Oh, you can say that name correctly.
Hey, that's because I was drilled on that one for a couple of times, because that is actually a USA Darts and A to Z sponsored player. So I had to make sure I got that one right, but she hounded me on it a couple times. I don't blame her either, because I'd have never got it right without her.
Well, I appreciate you being the one to say that, because I would have messed that up badly. But USA sponsored player, I knew that she was a really, really famous person, do you? If you knew how to pronounce the name.
She's a quality shot. That's for sure.
Well, awesome.
Look at this from Neal going to the 15s.
Does close a little bit scary on that last start. It looked a little bit too close to the wire for my comfort.
Certainly did. It was pretty close there, but just need the 2 bulls now to close this one out to make it a 1 leg needed to advance.
There he goes. It is now 8-4. Brandon Neal over Jacob Mott. He is throwing fire this evening. Again, I love how confident he was in his interview to start off, and it is showing up here on the board. You love to see that. He is fired up as can be. That being said, I would not be looking at the victory quite yet, because you are playing an opponent that is very tough in Jacob Mott. Backs against the wall. He needs to win 3 in a row just to make my prediction correct, so I expect at least that to happen. But we'll see here. There is also the player advantage is in effect here. So if Jacob Mott does win this leg, he will continue to go first in the next leg. I love that player advantage rule.
Yeah, certainly adds a little
couldn't
something
see what
to
just happened there, but Jacob just threw great darts.
Well, that's gonna happen. I mean, we'll give him the courtesy. Hey, that's all right, because every once in a while that's gonna happen when you're dealing with 2 hours of back and forth. So I don't blame you there, but yeah, anything can happen with this player advantage. I mean, we saw it with the Jake Schreiber, Kyle Liddicky match.
Yeah. Was that a question on the pronunciation? You did great, buddy.
I was wondering if you were gonna get me or not. Help me out there. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah.
A little high pitched, I'm sure, for his taste, but yeah, that was really good. So proud of you. Scott goes, nailed it. Oh boy. Oh, what a Wednesday night here at the CSC Challenger Series.
I've shed more tears tonight than I have in my whole life.
Well, then you haven't seen The Notebook.
Oh, wow. Oh, good stuff.
That was way funnier than you reacted to. I just need to know that.
Because I haven't. Out of here. Brandon Neal got to come up with something, as it looks like Jacob Mott's put him in a great place to try to pull off a little leg here and just kind of bite at the heels of Brandon Neal.
I'm just curious if Chad's gonna ever ask again where Gordon and DJ are after our humorous evening of darts. Just kidding. Actually, shout out Gordon and DJ. You guys are awesome. All right. Let's see if Brandon can scratch his way back into this leg. It does not look likely. And he walks that third one up there. Jacob Mott about to take control of this leg. I'd say about. He definitely did. A 5-8-1. And that is what we're almost not expecting to see from Jacob, but we were expecting to see more of that from Jacob. He does have the player advantage, so he will go first in this leg.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the player advantage. If you can rattle off one and then produce that other, it almost feels like it's a new match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if we get that camera view of Jacob here, who gets the throw here. Boom goes the dynamite for our fearless leader, Mr. Nick Teixeira. And what a start there for Jacob. And you see a little fist pump. He's feeling his darts right now. We've seen this happen often in this series. Well, Jake's done it. A nice battle back here as soon as back's against the wall. That being said, is it a little bit too little too late? What do you think, Will?
I don't know. Jacob can definitely rattle off 4 here if he wants to, and you just got to really buckle down. But yeah, it's going to be really tough. Yeah, it's going to be really tough with Brandon Neal just producing what he has this evening, and dang near 4.8 marks per round average this evening is what I'm looking at. I mean, it's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a fantastic display of darts. Nick, was that you? Okay, good. I was like, oh man, I really hope that's like Carly tuned in just for that or something. So funny.
The betting line is not going to happen.
Yep. Oh, on you crying again?
Yeah, not going to happen.
All right. Well, challenge accepted. Come on, Jacob. Let's keep battling here just so we have more time for Sean to make Will cry again. Let us know in the chat. Do you want a sad cry or a happy cry? No, I'm kidding. The weirdest question
ever
asked the chat. That might be up there. All right. So Brandon, let's just watch darts, I guess. So Brandon's gonna step up here and give us a bit of a show here on the 19s with 4 of them there. Now 7. Good round there from Brandon Neal. And again, this is what Jacob has had to face this whole entire time. Pressure. Even if he's throwing fantastic darts like he just threw there with a nice 6 mark, Brandon Neal still with an advantage in this leg. It's crazy.
Yeah, those 19s just, being open, and the way he's been hitting those 20s, 19s, and 18s tonight for Brandon Neal has just been so productive. It's going to be hard to see this going in Jacob Mott's favor. And look at that, another 9 for Mr. Brandon Neal.
Boom goes the dynamite. I won't do that again. Sorry, chat. That was my one attempt to get Dan Taylor $5. He voted. Oh boy. All right. Brandon steps up here. A big advantage here after that 9 mark on the 19s. Not happy with those first 2 darts, though. The board catches up to it a little bit. Thanks, Dan. I tried, buddy. I appreciate you having that confidence in me.
And a good player out of the Michigan area.
I knew that. I didn't know that. But nice to meet you now, Dan. This is my fun part of this job, right? Is meeting all these new people, talking to all these new people, getting to hang out with you and with Nick. You gotta love it. Wouldn't have it any other way, guys.
Just with a little bit of darts here, keep us entertained. You can't beat it, especially with some of the best players throughout the system here getting involved.
I can tell you guys, this is the closest I've been to the screen, I think, in the entire 3 weeks that we've done this. Don't you dare. Saw that from a mile away. These people don't need to see my six head. Hairline's receding a little bit, fellas. Makes me jealous to look at Will's gorgeous mane here.
Brandon getting excited here as he knows hitting that last dart could have been a big factor, but he closed it out on the 18s here.
Oh, Jacob with the trip 7, trip 8 to go along with that trip 16. That is not going to be enough.
That's tough.
Brandon here is going to start off at the 16s, I'm sure. Then he might find a bowl with the second dart before he goes to the trip 15. Ideally, that would have been the move there. But instead, he'll just do that. Big 6 mark.
Yeah, I knew once he hit the single there, he's probably going to go ahead and try to close. And then if he did, he's going to go over to the 15s because that one dart could have produced a closure. And sure enough, it did. It's got to be pretty tough here as Jacob Mott throws that away as he knows Brandon Neal pretty much has this locked up.
Look at this, guys. Brandon Neal is throwing a 5.75 in this leg. Jacob Mott throwing a 4.44 and he's being dominated right now. I mean, that's the level of play that we've seen tonight from Brandon. It's been absolutely phenomenal to watch. And he finished. Oh, that looks so much like a double bowl. Almost finished it off right there. Let's see if Jacob can throw in some bowls here. By the way, our big screen TV out in our next room is apparently playing this because it's about a little 5-second delay of me hearing myself talk.
I could not do that one, sir. I'm surprised you're doing it right now. So
it's my nightmare.
There it is.
There
big
it is.
Bowl.
A nice bow for Brandon Neal to Jacob Mott, his good friend. Did him dirty though, beating him 9-5 tonight.
Yeah, I gotta say I didn't see that big of an advantage for Brandon Neal this evening, but Brandon proving us all wrong here and kind of producing some great stuff in this match. And like I said a little bit earlier, I think he's probably had about a 4.8 average tonight in this match.
He was definitely above the 4.3 that he's been throwing in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
He just shot phenomenal all night long. I think he'll be extremely happy with that. I still am shocked that he only had 4 or 9 marks going into this. I think he had 7 tonight, if I remember.
Yeah, 7 or 8. When you're throwing that, it's kind of hard to to think you're not going to be throwing up, 4, 5 or above too. So this win sees Jacob Mott out of this Division 2 bracket, but it sees Brandon advancing through the loser side. So it'll be a 7th, 8th place match coming up for Brandon Neal versus the winner of. Go ahead.
Billy Meyer and Mark Citrone. I just didn't want you to have to say
that's exactly
Meyer.
why I said, hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's going to be a great matchup moving forward. I think whoever has to play Brandon moving forward now has been put on notice that he's going to throw some good darts, especially when he wears his white belt and his pink shirt. So
yeah, to see his wife in the chat. Come on, Will, it's the power of the white belt. Laugh out loud. Well, I got to give it to you. It proved it's worth this evening as Brandon Neal coming out on top.
My mind told me that I need to point out the fact that the white belt is actually the lowest belt you get in karate. So don't know what that means, but
just useful facts here from the man Sean Green of To the Point Streaming. Well,
oh my gosh, it has been a evening if I've ever had one. Made
it
Will
certainly
cry a few
has.
times. It's been wonderful. You
It's
guys in the
been
chat
good.
have been fantastic. We love you. The support
Definitely.
we've received has been fantastic.
It has been. It's been really fun. We appreciate you being here, and tune in every Monday and Wednesday night right here on the Partners Promoting Darts pages at 8:30 p.m. Central, as it'll be Sean Green and I, per usual, here as we have some great matches coming your way. Tune in and see the rest of these brackets as they work out to a couple winners. Stay tuned, folks. We'll see you later.
Absolutely, guys. Have a great night.